About 5 years ago, I found myself in a place where I just didn't see any reason to live anymore. I had gone through a pretty bad divorce and had lost everything I'd worked all my life for. I found myself back in an apartment for the first time in 20 years with nothing except a couple of folding chairs, a television, and a blow-up mattress to sleep on. I didn't see any way to overcome that. I had lost everything, and I decided at that point that I was going to take my own life. The only way to rightfully describe what followed shortly after that was that God simply showed up in my life. He started showing me things. I started hearing things, and it was just this deep down sense that I knew he was trying to speak to me. So I decided I was going to start going back to church. I found a church, a local church, and started going. And I told God before I got there that I wasn't going to get involved. I was going to be, a mushroom. I was going to sit in the back of the church and not get involved. I just wanted to be taught. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know what He wanted from me, or what He wanted to tell me. As this was happening, I just had this incredible desire to know why God was reaching out to me the way that He was. I felt a sense of urgency about that, and I wanted Him to speak to me. It made perfect sense to me to just offer up a really simple, really honest prayer, which was, God, I have no idea why you're reaching out to me the way that you are. And I know that this Bible is your word. So I'm asking you to please, this may be the wrong way to do it, but please, I'm asking you to speak to me through your word. And with my eyes still closed while I was praying, I took my finger and just stuck it in the Bible wherever it hit. What began at that very moment and what continued for a solid year was a process where every time I prayed and asked God to guide me and direct me on a daily basis, I would be led to scripture that spoke directly about the issue that I was questioning, the issue that I was trying to deal with. God kept telling me that He was going to give me back everything I had lost. That He was going to bless me in ways that I never imagined possible, and just to follow Him. I was being told He was going to do things that I wouldn't believe had I not seen it myself. And I started thinking to myself, Steve, are you reading into this? I mean, are you imagining these things? So I prayed that prayer and said, God, please just reaffirm this in me. If all this stuff is really what you're saying, then please bring me somewhere that will confirm that. And with my eyes closed, I flipped my Bible open and stuck my finger on a place on a page and read the words which said, do you believe I can do this? That floored me. I prayed immediately, said, God, of course I believe you could do this. Of course I do. I went to work that day and it was on my mind all day, and when I came home I prayed the same prayer again. I said, God, please forgive me for my lack of belief. Or please just reaffirm this to me if this is what you're going to do. And with my eyes closed, flipped the Bible open, stuck my finger on a page and read the exact same words. Do you believe I can do this? Before I went to bed that night, I prayed one last time, and I flipped open my Bible and stuck my finger on a page, and for the third time out of 2,700 pages that are in my Bible, I landed on the exact same words. Do you believe I can do this? What has occurred in my life since that has been nothing short of remarkable. I asked God, what is it that you want from me? And in addition to just following Him, I was led to scripture that told me to record the vision, to write it down on tablets. He was telling me to write down and document what He was doing in my life. This is what led to Divine Love Video. This is my effort to document what God is doing in the lives of his people, and to show how much he loves them, and to just zero in on how powerfully he moves when people put their faith in him. No matter where you find yourself, no matter how bad things may appear, don't give up, because you have no idea what he has in store for your life. I went from being so depressed and destitute that I wanted to take my own life, and I saw no reason to hope in anything. And now I'm at a place where I have more hope in my future than I ever had at any point in my life. And that was all God's doing. I know it might sound funny to say that God loved me so much that he took away everything I had. But without him doing that, I never would have been brought to a place where I looked to him alone and didn't look to anything else. I didn't look to material possessions or relationships. I was brought to a place where he was all I had. But it was the only way to get me to a place where he could bless me in the way that he wanted to bless me. And he knew that.